Alright, hello everybody, and this is a game with me and Xavier spawning in the left corner versus the Tossferatu spawning in the top corner, and Matthew's in the Skype call. Say hello.
I don't want to.
And yeah, so this is gonna be the first game that I'm casting though. So yeah, I'm just casting this replay. And yeah, we're just talking about how this map really doesn't benefit Zerg at all. I mean, if there's cross spawns or side spawns like here, then this third is basically impossible to get for either team, because just this destructible debris is the only thing blocking the natural from the third. And otherwise you'd have to go defend at the ramp. Now, what we're probably going to be seeing because of this pylon placement is a forge fast expand, maybe. And okay, what I do, I go really weird build orders. I go like hatch first versus toss, which really isn't a good idea, but it works. You can see the first gateway coming out for Tossferatu, which reminds me of a Pokemon for some reason. I could just imagine a small bird thing saying that. And yeah, what we're gonna be seeing here is a 15 pool into what I think is a yeah, I think I'm gonna do a 16 hatch, yeah, or a 16 pool. So 15 hatch and 16 pool really isn't a bad idea, actually. I mean, versus Terran, early pushes can just be deflected by 2 spines and a queen. So you really don't have to spend any drone money getting worthless zerglings that aren't gonna benefit you at all. And we're actually not seeing the forge. Double pyloning to prevent... Oh! He cancels it and puts a forge. There, yeah. And the thing though is that if he does anything, my spotting pool is almost finished. Yeah, and then there goes my extractor. I should actually be putting more units in. There you go, three on gas. And oh, we're actually seeing... Yeah, okay. Now we're gonna see 2 cannons being put down, which drones actually out DPS building cannons. I don't actually think he canceled that, which is a really big loss. Yeah, see, you're just losing so many minerals, and yeah, BM'd. Get BM'd, son. Yeah, he's just wasting so many minerals, and now basically once these links comes out, there's no way that those cannons could go down. And by the way, the mining time that I'm losing isn't actually all that much. I mean, 10 getting 5 minerals each, that's probably 200 or 300 minerals that I lost. And he lost about 500. And even more now. So what happened was he pushed out so many unnecessary lings, which is gonna benefit him. And but yeah, we're seeing this late cybercore into late warp gate tech. He's just finishing his first assimilator. Second assimilator just finished too. He's not making many probes, he's just now expanding. He's so economically backwards. Um, if you're gonna do that cannon technique, you should put it behind the mineral line here. So it really prevents surface area from being dealt here. Plus you can force the cancel on the hatchery, and cannons right here, they're gonna do nothing. Yeah, so now we're just seeing a photon cannon. The photon cannon should deflect anything that really happens, because, I mean, this amount of Zerglings, maybe it'll kill these, but seriously, these probes would be able to kill anything. And he's supply blocked himself. And if you look at the unit tab, it's 24 probes and 1 zealot to 35 drones, 11 zerglings, and 2 queens. He really is in a bad situation here. If I jumped to layer tech earlier, I could have made mutalisks and instantly forced the GG out. He's still at 25 probe. Now, something I want to note for myself is that I need... It's 8 minutes in the game. I should have gotten this third by now. And also get layer tech earlier, because I'm not doing anything with these units. These units are just sitting here doing nothing. And these Naga towers will tell me if he's doing anything if he's doing anything suspicious. And yeah, we're seeing a standard 4-gate robo, which basically just implies Stalker, Zealot, Sentry, Immortal, which is what Protoss want to do versus Zerg. Now, at the 9-minute mark, Warp Gate technology just now finishes, and he's still only at 4-gate technology. To be completely honest, 12 roaches could have completely destroyed this. There's not a chance that he could have actually stopped that. I mean, maybe now, because he has sentries, but still, 3 force fields. 1 force field here, I would just pierce the forge. He's getting +1, which you want to get +1 earlier. I'm a hypocrite, because I don't even have Evo chambers at this point, I don't think. There, yeah, I'm just now double Evoing. Oh, okay. Something I've also seen from Protoss players do is to um to hold this off. They put 2 pylons and a forge, and then they basically warp in defensive units, and that's to stop a late hatch, which is really actually kind of effective because it forces you to push out so many more units than you have to. And I'm just now getting glial reconstitution, and yeah, making another extractor. Now what we're seeing here is, well, he's not saturating his third, and he should get double gas as natural now. I think he's down to 5 gates now, 5 gates, and he's got a pretty good death ball. And by the way, Protoss death balls are the strongest because there's less counters for them, plus they don't have to spend money making as many drones as Zerg does. He's actually catching up on the probe count, which I really shouldn't have let him do. But, yeah. And this amount of lings, for this amount of roaches, isn't a really good idea. You want to have more lings, because the lings will get you the surrounds on the immortals and the stalkers, while the roaches will deal with zealots. And I'm just waiting for, yep, little reconstitution to finish, and we're seeing pretty good force fields actually. To be honest, if I committed better, if I committed, I probably might have actually dealt with that army. Cause on second thought, no, I couldn't have. Yeah, he's at +1, and these phase disruptors would just destroy my roach army, especially with those stalkers' additional damage versus armored. And now we're gonna see him move out, which is the appropriate response versus this kind of unit composition. I mean, or not unit composition. After, well, he won the fight. There's no reason not to attack. What he should have done though is maybe brought up there, yeah, probe, putting a pylon. Now I can warp stuff in. And I know that that happens, so I'm just massing out all my units. And I am hoping that I can fend it off. Which I probably can't, actually. I'm just now getting +1. Not good, but look, he knows he's lost. So he's gonna pull back. He knows that there's no way he could actually push off this roach ball. And to be honest, he might, yeah, now he could have now. Which he's gonna try to do, but these mutalisks are gonna be my saving graces. What you wanna do with these muters though is you wanna, oh okay. You wanna target these immortals, because the little damage that they do isn't gonna, like, it's not gonna really, because with the 9 damage that they do, the, they're gonna do the same amount of damage as they would always have done. There's no reason not to attack the immortals, because that would be the most effective way to use your mutalisks. And now I'm gonna try to attack on multiple fronts, which didn't actually work, because I didn't have enough units down here. If I did though, that would have been useful. And uh, this is gonna be, oh okay, yeah, the Guardian Shield, by the way, will really help out against the glaive worms. But okay, well, what we're seeing here is him targeting down that hatchery, but his army is taking so much. When he could have attacked my army and got us both down to nothing, but instead he tries to take out this hatchery, and yeah, he'll slow down income, but was it really worth it? And yeah, we're just gonna fast forward here. Yeah, I see that little proxy, and nothing, no real. Oh, okay, we're gonna start seeing some engagement soon. And what you want to do as a Zerg is you know you can't beat a Protoss in a direct engagement, so you want to destroy their income so that they can't produce as many units as you. By the way, don't do this. Not only would he oversaturate a full natural or a main, but he's oversaturating 4 mineral patches. So he's just now moving this out, and he's only gonna single gas again, which is really weird. As a Protoss, you would expect, like, you just want to have more gas than you need, because if you have more gas than you need, you can just pump out minerals and pump out other offensive units. And +1, I am super late on upgrades. Um, okay, I finally have my 4th up when he's just now getting his 3rd, which is gonna put me really far ahead on eco. Probably should have rallied those guys back down, but whatever. Doesn't really matter. Um, Now here's where the Protoss is starting to get scared. He knows that I have mutas, and yeah, any smart toss would know that this many mutas can't easily be dealt with. So what he's doing is smart. He's making a couple Stargates, Phoenixes. Yeah, he's making Phoenixes. And I'm stopping, or not really stopping his gas production. Can't stop gas production, but I'm slowing down his gas income. And I also destroyed some of what he had. And I don't think I actually lost a single Mutalisk doing all that. So that's gonna put me ahead on units lost. And as a Zerg, it's okay if you lose more units than your opponent. So when you do lose less, that's a really big deal. And I'm basically just putting these guys down here to see if I can harass the 4th or 5th, the non-existent 4th or 5th. Um, But yeah, really, it's gonna be nothing happening while we both just max out. We're basically both turtling up, which I probably shouldn't have let him do, because now he has these Phoenixes, and don't get me wrong, Phoenixes are really good against Mutalisks, considering they fly at the same speed, so they do the same damage, or they can attack while flying, which is really bad for me. Plus, this amount of Phoenixes against my Roach army, since he has those Stalkers, it's not a good engagement if he can pick up all of my roaches, or at least a good amount. And now my response was to make corruptors, get a hive, get a greater spire. That's what my mindset was. And now that the hive is done, I want to get +3 and maybe +1 range. But really, I'm not losing all that many. I mean, for what it's worth, like no pun intended or saying intended, I guess. For what these mutalisks were worth to get, I'm making them very cost efficient because I'm putting him on his toes. I'm keeping him on his toes, and see, I'm losing a bit more than him, but I mean, I've got a fourth and a fifth. I'm not mining out of this, by the way, but whatever. I'm finally making that greater spire. I'm oversaturating here a bit, but okay, something I want to note for the Protoss is he wants to get this +3 for his immortals so he can two-shot my roach. Actually, I don't think he can two-shot with +2, but yeah, probably not. But still, it's a big deal. Plus the incoming damage from all of the other units, and knowing that I can't move in, I I forced myself back. There's no way I could have fended that off. So I want to take all of my rallies, rally everything together. And what he's doing isn't... It's not a bad idea, but he's being a bit overly precautious. Now, we finally engage after I got a good amount of roaches. I'd say like 6 or 7. If he attacked sooner, I wouldn't have had those roaches. I would have been out of position. And he's using these phoenixes to lift up these roaches, which... Whoa, we like... What? Oh, that's how he was doing it so fast. These roaches, man. Now we're both like whittled down to a low count of units. But wanna know what I do? I make drones. See, because I want to get income and I want to be able to mass units that counter his. To be honest, if I actually use these, okay. See, here's what's gonna happen. He's not gonna, or he's gonna take this. He's gonna come over here and he's gonna try to take this. I think I hear that and I actually go over there to deny it. Oh, I didn't hear that. Yeah, he doesn't want to waste his energy. Graviton beam on Lings. That's not... What he's doing is he's harassing my air units, my overlords, because he wants to supply cap me, but I'm a bit too smart for that. I overdid my overlords a little bit. If you look at the unit count, it's 4 voids, 1 immortal, 10 zealots, 18 stalkers, versus 26 roaches, 27 zerglings, 11 corruptors. I'm outdoing him on basically all fronts. But I'm gonna, yeah, and then now I've even got 7 broods. I'm pretty sure 7 broods can actually kill 18 non-blink stalkers. Now, he supply capped me, but I'm really not worried, at the very least. I've got a lot of money. And here's an engagement again, and he's trying to retreat, but he should have gotten those force fields out earlier. I was able to snipe a good amount of his units, but this force fields prevented my units from getting away. And look, as he pushes his void rays forward, he's giving me free void kills. He really shouldn't be letting me have. And as these broodlings are in a position to where he can't, some of his units can't move forward far enough to attack until they actually blink on top of me. But I mean, 6-5 broodlords, that's really gonna do an absurd amount of damage versus these blink stalkers. Now, my only problem is these voids that I'm not dealing with. Those are gonna run rampant, or at least that one void. And this is an early game Zerg's worst nightmare, to have a void ray running loose, a fully charged void ray. But I react by 11 corruptors, and I have the money. I have an insane amount of money. I'm getting a micro hatch. Got plus 3, 1, 1. Not actually that good, to be honest. Especially 30 minutes in the game, I should be maxed, but I keep making broods and corruptors, because that's how you counter this stalker, zealot, immortal void ray army. Now he's gonna use these guys to attack this, but I was basically just using that for macro, like unit production. No, something, he doesn't have his gateways hotkeyed. What? I think this is glitched. I don't even know. I don't even know. Yeah, I should really hotkey these. So he could be producing like 15 stalkers right now, but he's not. I don't know why. I'm just sitting here because I don't want to do anything. And I overdid the corruptors, by the way. That is way too many. Yeah, I think I'm only mining gas on like one base, two bases. And again, this is going to be a time period where we're not actually going to see all that many units or engagements, because there's really nobody wants to attack because we're both scared. Now he prevented me from mining gas from this base. I guess that's actually good, because this many corruptors isn't really all that great. But now I have so many broodlords, which is going to deal with the ground army. I've got so many roaches, which is going to deal with the ground army. I've got so many corruptors and hydralisks, and there's, it's really, really actually astounding. And now he's getting Protoss air weapons level 3. He's just making interceptors from his, yeah. But see, the thing is though, all of these corruptors are gonna stop anything he's gonna try to do with air units. This amount of corruptors is just crazy. Not anymore, but... And yeah, I just talking about, if he had Storm though, that would have, even 4 freaking High Templar would have softened up my armies so much. It would have been crazy. Yeah, and I'm basically just like GGing him a bunch, because like, I really don't beat Protoss in the late game all that much. And he's still trying to hold on, but I mean, seriously. And look at how many kills these corruptors are actually getting. 5, 2, 2. That's Slayer of a Hydralisk. Well, that's GG.